What's going on YouTube? This is Rob again, and today we're going to be taking a look, finally, at Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Bumblebee. I've been kind of holding out on getting this guy, because I do have Bumblebee, and I have, was it Hot Shot? So I was like, I really don't need 3 of this. But looking at how extensively it's been remolded, I mean, look at this thing is crazy. I decided, I had a coupon and I couldn't find any Lone Ranger sets, so I decided to pick this guy up after all. And he looks interesting. I'm going to give you that much so far. Certainly looks interesting. He comes with a firing eagle shot bow. He's got spikes all over him. Here's his technical data. I'm not going to dwell on it too long. His strength is decent. Intelligence is rather high. Speed is high as it should be. Endurance, Courage is 10. I guess that's fine. Whatever. So, Bumblebee, adventurous Autobot scout and discoverer of a secret stash of ancient and powerful weapons. He's got a firing eagle shot bow, 6 missiles included. 6 missiles? What? I haven't seen a Transformer come with 6 missiles in a very long time. But alright. You can see his sports car mode, although once it looks like that, I don't know if it's really sports car anymore. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get this guy open and see what's going on with our new Bumblebee here. So guys, as you may or may not have been able to tell, that intro is actually recorded way back. It was maybe, a month or 2 ago, back when the Lone Ranger sets first came out. So, yeah, I do apologize. I've been kind of sitting on this one. Every time I think I'm ready to record it, more new stuff comes out. And obviously I'm going to prioritize the newer stuff that's just out, that's still, like freshly available, whereas this guy has, he's a couple of waves behind now, actually. But I mean, moving on to the figure itself, it's a very cool figure. I'll give it that much. So Double Blade, you pushed me into it. And now okay, all right, you win. So yeah, very cool, very crazy. Almost like if this were black, this could totally be some kind of weird Batmobile thing. Obviously, you can see it's just covered in missiles. It still includes the 2 guns from the original mold, and that's just wackiness, man. So I don't have the RID Bumblebee mold. I have the first edition. So, but I do have Hot Shot. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare him to Hot Shot here, and you can see this is the original mold. Just try and imagine it in yellow. But obviously there's quite a difference here. There's a ton of remolding, and I'll take off the bits that come off so you can kind of see what's going on here. But obviously there's a bunch of remolding done here. There's spikes all over the place. It's got, peg holes on the doors. These don't come off of the peg holes. They do rotate, but they don't actually come off of that. But you can see the profile is quite changed. Let's see the back. And the back is actually completely remolded as well, up to and including the tailpipe. So this is heavy remolding. And you can even see, and even though it's totally blocked by these things, you can even see that the doors are remolded as well. It's got these like big spiky handles and stuff like that. So that's very impressive. But yeah, so the transformation is the same. And I'll show you guys this thing in a bit. The transformation is the same, and if I can remember how to do it, we'll be in good shape. But basically, you want to just separate the all this stuff back here, and the legs are going to just come down like so, and then separate the feet, and then the legs just come up like this. And then you got the little feet down here, and those come out just like that. So he's got some spiky legamajigs, and you can just leave them like that if you really wanted to. But for the sake of the review, I guess I'll keep going. The arms come out and down, arms come out and down, and then this whole bit goes like this. The back is going to come down and just kind of get out of the way for the moment, and then we just take the shoulders and we just kind of scoot this back, and you have to be a little bit careful because he does have this head crest now, and it'll kind of get stuck under there if you're not careful, but it's not bad. And then you just kind of click that back and just get the missiles out of the way. And unlike the original mold, there seems to be no more problem with, you push it back and the head doesn't sit all the way down. The head sits down just fine now, so that's a nice improvement. And this just plugs into the chest, and then the hood, I guess you can just stick up like that, or the back of the car just kind of sticks like that. And then the missiles kind of get out of the way, sorta, kinda. And you pretty much have Bumblebee. Now, like I said, I don't have the RID mold, but I do have the first edition, and I have him here in robot mode, just so you can see some of the differences that were made to the character, if not necessarily the mold itself. So here we have Bumblebee, and so you can totally see it's got a completely different head. He's got crazy new helmet head molding. He's got all kinds of vents on the top of the hood. These crazy shoulder spikes, which I think actually, they're supposed to go up, I believe. There we go. Yeah, just put those up like that, and they just kind of click into place. Yeah, so I mean, you guys can see the difference here. It's obvious and immediate, and quite drastic, I might also add. He is a little bit back heavy just because he's got so much spikes and missiles and stuff, and all these missiles do come off, and they all go into this thing. And we'll move him aside for right now. And so the missiles, you pull this guy out, and you just load it into the bow, and it automatically will push the little bits out here. And you can attach it to his arm, like so, and then fire it off just like that. So we'll try that one more time. And yeah, you can just fire it. Fire it just like so. Woo. Yeah, so very cool. He gets that big bow thing, and he also gets the these little guys that you can attach to his other arm if you so choose. Although I have never found this to really be a satisfactory pegging spot. It always seems to just pop right out, so you can also just stick it right in his hand if you so desire. And you can also store it on his back as well. So yeah, these missiles do also come off to power the bow. So he has a ton of artillery here. So yeah, they went crazy with this Bumblebee. It's just crazy. Yeah, so articulation is the same as a Hotshot here. He's got swivel shoulders, bicep swivel. His arm can come up and down like so. He's got a soft ratchet elbow, as well as I think no wrist or upper arm or forearm articulation, I should say. None of that, but no waist swivel. His head is on a ball joint, but it is very limited just due to the sculpt of the head itself. Just because the head is so big, can't really do too much with that. He's got ball jointed hips, swivel at the upper thigh, He's got a nice knee bend, and his feet can, of course, go pretty far out. So you can get some decent poses out of this guy, of him just like, you know, kind of kneeling down while his missiles just fire off his doors and stuff like that. So, I will admit, I've had a lot of fun messing around with this guy. He's crazy, but it's like fun crazy. It works crazy. So I'm pleased. I'm very pleased with this. And yeah, I think you guys will like him too. If you have still been on the fence about, you know, yet another Bumblebee mold, there are much worse ones out there. This one is at least, you know, different enough and, you know, very unique. It's not just another Bumblebee. It's crazy Bumblebee with a million, billion, gajillion spines. So yeah. So Double Blade, I did your video. I hope you're happy. And yeah, that's going to do it for this review. I want to thank you guys so very much for watching. As always, be sure to comment, like, subscribe, all that cool stuff. And yeah, hopefully I'll have more Transformers coming up. It's been a very long week for me, so I do apologize. I've been kind of off the radar for a couple of days just because I'm having a lot of personal stuff going on. So just, I apologize, bear with me. I'll be back up and running with all kinds of videos very soon. In the meantime, thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.